Got it.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm recording.
Ready?
Okay, should we say hi or something?
Hello. Welcome.
Wait, how long has it been?
11
terrible.
years. 11 years.
So Nova formed 11 years ago. It formed, we met at MI.
Yeah. Laura and I.
Yeah, and then we just wanted to, we both like the jazz and Bossa Nova, and we thought about putting a band together to be honest, we just wanted to play local shows and see what would happen. We never thought we would still be playing in the band 11 years later or be doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So we started, the two of us. We found, we started with...
It was a different guitar player.
Like very briefly. I think
like
it was
a couple months.
Yeah.
And then...
And a different bass player. Then we found Dave. And then just, a couple months later that you joined. And then we had... we have our other bass player, Rob Hall, for a few years. And then after that, we kind of had different bass players until Thomas joined the band, full member, about, 2017, I want to say?
17 was Seahorse recordings, which I didn't do, but I think it was right after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was right after
makes
that.
sense.
Before that, though, Thomas was also
Yeah.
behind the scenes part of the band.
I was filming the first video
Yeah.
The very
Those
first videos,
first
that's
four,
right.
yeah.
in
At,
studio. with
Studio
Nick.
188, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our studio back then. But yeah.
And I just want to say Mike is the first person I played music with in LA.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow, I didn't even know
My
that.
oldest friend in LA.
Huh.
And the other day I realized I've been in Nova half the amount of time I've played drums.
Oh, wow.
great.
It's been, it's like so long. Yeah, because it's been like 22, 23 years. And Nova, that's like longest, probably most people I know have ever been in a band,
Yeah, well, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, by
Actually,
far. By
yeah.
far.
So when you moved here, how fast did you play with Mike?
Yeah, when was like it's a few months
I was
in?
working I was teaching at that music school.
Yeah.
And then we met through your roommate.
Yeah.
So maybe like the first year
Yeah.
or two.
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I'm like, that was the best thing to come out of working there was meeting you.
Yeah, right?
Aw.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
cool, yeah.
I'm from Spain. I'm from Barcelona, so I do not speak Portuguese. I can...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I can sing in Portuguese. I can understand Portuguese, most of it, especially written, because I speak, my first language is Catalan, and then my second language is Spanish. So between the mix of the two, I can pretty much put Portuguese together. But speak it, I don't dare. I don't dare to speak it. No, sing it, I can. That's the only thing.
Favorite place in Joshua Tree is definitely our house.
So are you inviting them to your house then, essentially?
We don't get a lot of visitors, man. I'll take
No, especially this last year. But
I'll post the address later. And whoever stops by,
You're welcome to stop by.
If you're if you want to stop by the park, which you should,
Yeah,
Great part.
you can stop by our place for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the park is really cool.
There is some cool spots though. There's some very artsy. What's that dome called again?
The Integraton.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's a cool place.
Isn't Pappy and Harriet's out there?
Pappy and Harriet,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Pappy and Harriet is in Pioneer Town.
Pioneer Town
You
is
should
cool.
definitely.
Barbecue place?
Yeah.
That
and
place is
and
great.
venue.
They
They
there
do,
once.
yeah. They
Yeah.
play. They do a lot of the great bands go through,
Yeah,
like a
they
lot
have
of
a cool
touring
stage.
bands
That's
over
right.
there. Yeah, there's more and
plenty
more
of places.
stuff popping up. Like besides, of course, all the beautiful nature that's out there. A lot of new businesses coming up.
If you're a country music fan, you can visit Graham Parsons' like memorial. If you know that whole story about how he like
Oh
they
yeah.
took his like remains out there, and it's like a whole mythology
Oh, wow.
about Graham Parsons.
I
What's
didn't
that?
know
What's
that.
that rock where they did it?
I don't know
Forgot
the name.
place.
Is it the Giant
It's one of the
Rock?
trails. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
No.
it's in the park, right?
Oh, it's in
yeah,
the park.
it's in the park.
I forgot what it was called.
Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
a
lot of cool places.
There's a story where they like kidnapped his body some people like kidnapped his body and like took it out there because that was his wishes that he would be.
Oh wow.
And they like burned his body out there, something
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
Yeah, but they kidnapped his corpse, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Well,
pretty true story.
Fun fact.
Fun
Yeah.
fact.
There's some wild stories from the desert.
Yeah. There's definitely wild stories. And I know you didn't quite ask for this, but if you drive from, which we found out later, if you drive from Joshua Tree to Vegas, you should go through Mojave National Preserve, I think it's called, which instead of like going through on the freeway, it's this beautiful, beautiful drive. You go through the preserve. Is
Oh, yeah, I
is
think
very
I've done
beautiful.
that.
Oh,
Okay.
Baby's awake.
Zoe's
Is it
up.
Zoe?
Yeah. Pause.
We kind of fly by the seat of our pants. Like we didn't plan out these are going to be the songs. We just kind of like, okay, what do you guys want to record next? Okay, cool. I like this one.
We have a Spotify list
Yeah.
of all the songs that we kind of hear, and some
And we keep on adding songs
Yeah, we
all
all
the
add
time.
to it.
Yeah.
even people from that see this on YouTube that think we should play a certain song.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we
so-
take
Check it out.
recommendations a lot,
We added,
pretty
yeah.
often.
Yeah. So the next album is gonna be all the second instance of the songs that we recorded during quarantine. So it's gonna be called Quarantine Volume 2, and it's gonna come out really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have other ideas for other albums. But
Yes.
Those are secret until their time, because we don't want pressure to do them until we're ready to do them.
Right.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna talk about some of that secret
Top secret.
afterwards.
yeah, somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Well, Zoe over here and Wyatt, she's sleeping. She might join us soon.
Sleeping like an angel.
She loves music. I'm sure Wyatt does too. Oh, not okay.
She loves her Coco Melon show music, but that's about it.
That's about
That's
it.
about it.
Zoe loves all music, man. She anything, like if I start singing anything or we start singing anything, she starts dancing right away. She starts clapping. She sees she looks at our videos every morning, basically.
I
you
show
guys.
the videos every morning when she eats, and
Yeah.
it's the only way I can kind of calm it down for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that resulted in that if we're in the car and she's not doing good, Lauda is singing for her, and usually singing our songs, and that's a way to calm her down,
Yeah.
which is perfect.
We also have a theory that since, of course, I'm a singer, so I sing all the time. And when I was pregnant, I was singing all the time. And I recorded a lot of the songs that she sees the videos for now, too. So we have the theory that she would probably was listening to, or was, hearing somehow the songs. And
course, yeah.
she got used to
Makes
the
sense.
sound, and,
Yeah.
and there's music all the time in our home. So she loves it.
She basically thinks she's half Brazilian, I think, by now.
Yeah, we call her Zozinha. So,
Future song.
yeah. So what about Wyatt?
Wyatt hates when I play the guitar. I got away with it when she couldn't move. And I think she just she couldn't move, so she couldn't do anything. She was trapped. But now she just comes over, she's like, no. Or she puts her hands on the strings, she's just like, no.
You think?
And I think it's just because I'm not paying attention to her.
Right.
Right.
There's like an
Yeah.
object between me and her,
Yeah,
and,
that
that
makes
frustrates her. So
Yeah.
I think that's what it's about.
That's funny.
But
It's gotta be.
It's pretty funny. I'm like, seriously, this is like, can I just play for 5 minutes? She's like, no.
I guess it's kind of the same, because I have in the morning a lot, and when I sit with her and I start to play guitar, she always comes and do kind of the same thing.
But she plays. Zoe plays. She
Yeah,
doesn't stop you.
But she kind of stopped me because she just want to bang on the guitar and have a cheaper guitar that I bought for her basically when she
Yeah.
was born.
Yeah.
So she has a guitar, but it's just kind of banging on
Yeah.
it now.
She bangs on the piano too,
Yeah.
which we actually brought, so we can have a little party
Oh, fun.
afterwards.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
She dances to the
She
demos of the old Casio keyboard.
Yeah.
Those are classics.
Yeah.
Well, for one, you have no time when you're a parent. So if you're gonna
True
like,
that.
so if you're gonna take time to like play music or do something else, you have to know exactly what you're gonna do. It really makes you organized and get to the point. There's no time to like fool around or warm up. It's like, boom, I'm gonna go knock this thing out. I'm gonna go record this song or write this song or practice this one idea because I got like 10 minutes. I mean, like 15 minutes is like gold when you're a new parent.
Yeah.
So it really like it makes you focused, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, we haven't really had a lot of time to be creative, to be honest. We just been basically catching up, you know.
Yeah, because we haven't really been writing for Nova. It's just more the songs that we had to do, especially because every 2 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
kind of learning them.
It's been a lot of do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just get that done.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've been writing our own stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, which
Well, and just being in the same room too when we rehearse, it's like
Right.
that's when we like come up with more arrangements. We have
Yeah.
like hits and songs and stuff. And
Totally.
since we haven't been able to get together, we haven't been able to do that at all. So that's
No.
not even a child thing. That's just like the pandemic
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
more than anything, you know,
Yeah.
because
Right.
we'll always have to rehearse for a gig, no matter what. So, and that's kind of when that stuff kind of happens when we like, oh, this part we should do a stop here or whatever, you know, all
Right.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think the pandemic has been more of an effect even maybe
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
like
Oh,
even
big
Yeah, yeah,
having
yeah,
kids, you
yeah.
know?
I mean, the only place that we are getting creative, actually, the two of us, is in the videos.
Yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah.
putting the videos together, you know,
Yeah.
and that's basically
I mean,
about.
thank God we've had that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if we hadn't,
That's
if,
what
if
kept
it
us
wasn't
sane.
for that, you know,
Yeah.
Sure.
that's a kind of our voice to the outside world.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And that has been super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kept us connected,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, the only new songs I'm writing these days are about butterflies and bees and stuff my daughter's into. So
I have a new song called Pandas Are Cute.
Yeah.
awesome. We should collaborate maybe.
Yeah. No, we gotta play that song for you later.
Yeah.
No,
They're
no kids.
I love it.
Yeah. Pandas are cute. Actually, I forgot who mentioned that. I
Pandas
think
being cute.
it might be it might have been Jean Michel that he said about that it was it Elis Regina that did that album for kids. Was it her babies or something like it was?
Oh, in the letter that he sent?
Yeah. A while back, remember that?
Yeah.
She had an album
Really?
for that she wrote for children,
Huh.
and we actually checked it out, and it was actually really nice.
I should check it out.
So yeah, that could be. We thought that could be an idea for
Could
us
be
to
good.
do,
Yeah,
like
Do an
talking about
EP of,
children's songs,
children's
you know,
Yeah.
in Bossa Nova.
that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. What do you think? We like it. Like the idea. So we like the idea.
When we first started Nova, like Laura said earlier, it was like more about just getting gigs and, you know,
Locally.
yeah.
We didn't even think anything else.
And then so we put those 4 videos on YouTube, and then we started to get all these fans, and so yeah, from not just America, but yeah, all over the world. And then that made us like, they asked us when is our CD coming out? And so we had to record a CD because that wasn't even part of the plan originally. And now it's like become this whole thing where we have fans all over the world and people just wanting more and more of our music. And so it's really the fans that have pushed us to like create everything that we've created over the last 11 years. It's
For
been
Yeah.
it's been pretty crazy because it was just like nothing what we thought it would be, let alone like just who our fans are, but like what our fans wanted from us. That was pretty
That also
Pretty
brought
crazy.
us to play in Thailand,
Yeah.
in Malaysia, in Maldives, in all these amazing
Yeah,
places.
we don't have an agent or a manager. It's basically we do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And people find us on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
We're very grateful to all the fans in every country, and it makes us very happy, and it makes us feel very special.
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
Yeah, very grateful for this.
We've just learned so many new ones that some of which we had never even heard till we went looking for new songs to learn. So that's hard for me because like Porcausa is really fun. I've always
Yeah.
loved Baron Bow though. Like
Yeah.
that one's
Yeah,
just
Baron
so fun
Bow's
to play, and it's got so much going on.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I don't know. There's so many favorites for me, so I don't have a number
Yeah.
one.
There's a lot of favorites.
I
for me.
feel Canto.
Canto de San,
was,
yeah,
was,
it's amazing.
when we did that one, I feel it took the band of a new kind of turn a
Yeah.
little bit, because it's such a jam song in
Yeah.
such many ways that a lot of the other songs are a lot of chords and more like
structure.
traditional.
Yeah.
That felt like we just kind of grew together. It was super fun one to do.
Yeah, that
So-
one's great.
You definitely like more the groove ones.
Yeah, that's my background more.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
and jazz. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So
Upanagina is fun too.
Opening is very fun.
That
Yeah.
song's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like Prague.
Prague, awesome.
Yeah, that one's fun though. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Just
It's-
keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's hard to look beyond a month for us, but I don't know. I mean, more albums. I want to do, like, from what our secrets are, like, there's a couple things, concepts that I think we should put out that I think we're all, you know, aware of and want to do the same, just when and how will be the thing. But
I mean, a dream would be to do like a tour.
Yeah.
I mean, and it could be possible, you know, like if we know enough people in enough places to get it to happen.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
for sure.
I'd love to go to Europe and
Yeah.
go there, you know.
Yeah, more just playing outside of, well, I mean, even just outside of California, let
Yeah,
alone,
just
like, but
traveling.
also maybe going to, Europe, Asia, like, love to go back to Asia, would
I
love
would
to go
love
to
to
Europe.
go to Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be great.
that would be a
So,
dream.
any kind of performance, like, that's our main goal, I think, is
Yeah.
just playing more for more people.
Play more, record more, and yeah.
And I feel right now it's just getting through this pandemic.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
we finally feel that it's coming to an end a little bit. So just the fact that we can play live again, and we're starting to get some shows, that feels like we're getting, you know, out of this year that has been so
Yeah.
weird. And that gave us the opportunity to do the quarantine series and all those videos, but we can't wait to actually come back and play. So
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
that's what I'm thinking about the most.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Getting out of it
Yeah.
this year.
So for choosing us a new song that we're gonna play, we have a playlist on Spotify of songs that we like. Then, you know, either of us say, hey, maybe we could do this song or this other song, and we suggest it. If everyone likes it, then Dave makes a chart. And then he send it to us, and then we normally, Thomas and I, start do a little demo of bass and vocals, because we're together. That's the reason why, you know, because then we can do a bit more. And then so I have a demo of we play together bass and vocals, and we have a demo. And then Thomas records the bass. He's the first one to record. On top of my demo vocals, then I record vocals on top of his bass. Then we send it to them, and then normally you guys either or, right? Like you just guys record to the two of us,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then they send it back to us, and then we put it all together, and I mix it and master it, and then we put the videos together too, and we release it.
Well, we had done it for clients before,
Yeah.
where like somebody requested a song, and so, but it was like a rock song or something, and so we learned it. We like made our own arrangement in Bossa Nova, and it wasn't like our choice. I wouldn't have been our choice of song, you know, but it was like a fun exercise, and so we thought, well, why don't we choose our favorite songs, or like just, you know, a sample of like songs that have influenced us over the years, but that are not Bossa Nova, that are rock or pop or whatever, and just thought it would be fun to do a whole album of that. And so we actually recorded an entire album. Is it 8, 10?
8 so far.
I think it's
Maybe more.
8, with potential to do a couple more.
Yeah.
And so it's finished, actually. We just want to do a couple more, and eventually put it out when
Yeah.
we think it's time. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
coming
fun.
up.
It's a cool album, and
Yeah,
there's
it's fun
lots
to
of cool
do.
songs.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think for me to do this because, you know, singing all this pop songs and trying to make him sing him as bossa nova. You know, when I'm used to sing him as pop or rock or whatever. You know, so it's you kind of have to find the style and find the voice in a song that you already know. So it was a cool process.
Yeah, and like rhythmically finding the like proper
Yeah.
like you know Latin style that fits the feel
Right.
of the song. You know
Right.
that like best accommodates it. That was a lot of fun to figure out.
Yeah, it was
for
a
lot of those
challenge.
songs. So we're excited to share it
Yeah,
when
some
we
cool
do.
stuff.
it's gonna be
but yeah, it'll be a cool
Something to look
addition
forward.
for sure.
I've been playing guitar a long time, since I was like 10. My first musical love was Metallica and Guns N' Roses. Was obsessed with that stuff. But what really drew me to it, as I see it now, it was like the intricate guitar arrangements and like the cool harmonies that they were doing. That really like that they kind of got inspired from classical music. That's what really drew me to it. It wasn't like the heavy thrashy stuff. It was like the intricate stuff, the really beautiful stuff they did. And then I got into jazz in high school. I started playing in the high school jazz band. I got into Pat Metheny, and from Pat Metheny I started checking out some Brazilian music because I knew he was really influenced by Brazilian music. So I started checking some Brazilian music out, and I just fell in love with it, the sound, the style, and I went to the new school for music, for jazz, and I took the Brazilian ensemble twice because I loved it so much. And yeah, so playing in a group like this is really a dream come true for me.
That's awesome. For me, I always sang. I sang since I was, I could always talk, you know, from when very, very little. So I always been singing. No one in my family is a professional musician, but everyone plays or sings or does something. So there's always been music around me. And I started singing bossa nova really when I like I was like 15, I think, that I discovered it when I went to the school of music in Barcelona. There was a jazz music school, and yeah, that's when I learned about bossa nova. I fell in love immediately with it, and it just felt very natural for me. It always has the phrasing, the way it's the way it is. It always felt like home. So I had a bossa nova band over there in Barcelona called Devagar. We were playing for it was the 2 guitars and me singing, and we played for I think 3 years before I moved here to the US. And then, you know, after that, you know, that was also an idea that when we started Nova, we were like, I want to do that again, you know, because that was really fun.
Yeah, I remember my friend had a drum set when I was in 8th grade, and he taught me a drum beat on it, and I just loved the challenge of like the coordination aspect of it. I felt like that the like physicality was just such a fun like obstacle to get through, and so I just wanted to keep doing that more and more. And so I started taking lessons right away, and then into high school pretty quick. I was like, yeah, I want to go to music school. So I went to music school, and then I did the bachelor program at the school where I met Laura, Musicians Institute, and that's when we started. Because like I grew up playing rock like Dave. Primus was my Metallica. So I was way into Primus, but again, I think like Dave, it wasn't just like the music itself. It was more like, you know, or the vibe of it. It was more like the rhythmic interaction that was really fascinating to me. The like, you know, the tightness of rhythms between instruments. Like it felt like such a way to communicate that wasn't language, you know. And that was really intriguing to me, and that's what I think was the like deep draw to music, and so when I got to music school, I learned jazz, like started to learn jazz, and that was really fascinating and kind of the same thing on a whole other level. And so, yeah, it was just really exciting then to start a bossa nova group and like explore all these other rhythms that were like totally foreign to me, and all these other coordination skills that were completely foreign to me as well. So it was just like such a fun coming together of like all these influences that I ever had. So it was cool. But
what about you, Zoe? Did you start with a
yeah,
shaker?
She's starting with a shaker. Yeah, two shakers.
Two shakers.
She loves the shaker.
She loves the shakers.
Well, I started actually as a drummer when I was 8 and 9, and played in school bands and played in some samba band when I was 10.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And speaking of samba, yeah. I switched to guitar when I was 12 and played in a bunch of bands and played in Copenhagen for some years. So I went to 3 different music schools, and I had a fusion band a long time ago. Did a little bit of that, but then got more into more Radiohead style music, and I guess one of my biggest influences were kind of Pink Floyd when I grew up. David Gilmour was my biggest kind of guitar hero. But then living in Los Angeles, I played with a bunch of bands, but it was just, 4 years ago that I switched to bass. And it's been super fun to do that. I played bass before, but only for recording and to produce songs, but to actually switch instrument and play that has been super fun. Yeah, that's kind of how I ended up here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
So
Well,
directly
let's
to
say
it.
like,
Oh.
I don't know what
What-
like.
We're gonna answer questions. from
Yeah,
fans.
this is our big interview. That we asked you guys all these questions. You're gonna re-say it, and then,
Yeah,
because
you're gonna say it.
yeah, we just wanted to answer
Not
some
fair.
questions from our fans, you know,
Okay.
and so we'll do this on a title screen, and then we'll just start answering
There you go.
questions.
Yes.
So,
Sorry.
all right, what's the first one?